Hey up everybody and welcome back. Alright, well, we've still got snow on the ground, but it's melting. It's 30 plus degrees every day. So I think we're, excuse me, I'm itchy all over. I think we're on our way out of winter finally. Okay, we're going to press on with our tank because that's the only thing I have to do. Still waiting for the saddle. He did say he was busy. So we've got the spout thing to do, and then once that's done and this is planished out somewhat better, we'll weld it up, put tabs in. Oh, I've got to make a piece for on the end here, tab somehow so we can clamp that down. It's sitting on rubber at this end, and of course it's on the rubber things here. But so, as I mentioned at the end of last week, I think we're only going to go 1 week over what I estimated. Should certainly day to sort of finish this off. Half a day fiddling on, putting that on, and then the rest of that day welding the bottom round. I think we should definitely have it all done by the end of this week, and then we've got to look at a new project. So can't think of anything else to say. Oh, I had a couple of people mention that they like the t-shirt, and you know, they'd like, not only that they liked it, but where could they get one? So I honestly don't know what to do about that. I've got to think about it a bit more. Maybe more if you were interested. Just as with in the past, I've had people say, why don't you get a Patreon thing because you put the effort in and you spend the money on stuff, what have you. I don't want to get involved in monetizing this. Same as I don't want to spend money on microphones and all sorts of stuff. Just got you in here with me, in the workshop, as you say, warts and all. So I don't really want to get into merchandising. But Linda did tell me, she used to be the national chairman of the Episcopal Peace Fellowship, and they have t-shirts, and the company they use, people can buy them direct. I think they just say which one it is, and then they can buy them direct. So, one of those days. So I might get in touch with the people I got the printer with, and if they do the same sort of thing where you can just buy directly from them, because it's so much easier now, of course, that everything's digitized, so they don't have to be setting things up especially. I don't think the screen printing, I don't know. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I will check to see if it's possible for those of you who'd like one of those t-shirts to just buy them direct from the place I got them. Alright? If it is, then I'll give you that information. If not, as I say, I don't really want to get involved in buying t-shirts and packaging and sending them out. And actually, well, they're Hanes. They're good t-shirts. They were like $22 each, I think. So for those of you who think you'd like one, I guess with shipping it's maybe going to cost you $30 for a t-shirt. So anyway, I'll look into that for you during the course of the week and let you know before we finish this episode. Alright, so let's get on, and first of all let's look at this spout thing. Right, so I've been working on this a little bit more. It's not finished yet, but I welded up the slots and I've been doing that, so there's some more planishing and what have you. But it's only Monday, so I've only read through comments, but I'm surprised nobody caught my mistake. So actually, when I was doing the last bit of video, it suddenly struck me, I don't want that to be flat, do I? Because this is curved. Right, so luckily, because I made this bigger than I need it, I can cut some out of the front here to drop that down and out the back, and I'll still have near enough 3/4 of an inch. I'll be happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, make a couple of marks, cut a little curve out of here, put a little bit out the back, get it to drop down, make sure it's still level. I think it'll look funny if it's sloping. I need that to be level. And then when I've got it so it fits nice, I'll continue on sort of planishing it, get all the little bumps out of it, and then, as I say, we'll mark on there, cut that piece out, weld it in. Before I weld it in here though, I'm going to weld in the hole effect. I'm going to weld in that piece. So that, of course, because it's got the lip on it, will drop down into there. It's going to look fine. Alright, so let me carry on with this. Forget everything I just said. I think I've just wasted a day's work. When I was looking at it, I thought, you know, that looks awfully high. So I came and looked. This one I bought. And look how it's right down there. See, look. I'm wondering if this is enough of a spout, in effect, that when I'm putting the petrol in, it won't splash out. Let's go back to the other tank. You know, it's really difficult getting the light right when you're doing things like this shiny tank. Okay, I've moved it down a little as well. I don't like that. Now look at it. If that's just in there, as I say, is that enough of a spout so that when the petrol's in, it will splash up off the tunnel, but bugger it, I'm just going to put that in there. So this piece we'll put to one side. You never know, I might use it for something. Alright, so could have had that done last week. Never mind, let me press on. So what I'm going to do now, you go off, spend the day doing something else, because I'm going to sit with this on my knee and tap, 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 because I want to get this to fit right before I drill the hole in there, I think. Or do I? Now, let me do the hole in there, weld that in, and see what we think. Of course, it's going to be at an angle, but I don't think it matters that much. We'll put it about there. If I put it there, then, oh god, yeah, it'll fill right up to here. Bugger it, that'll be alright. Let me mark this, drill a hole. This is, what did I say it was, 1.5 inches. So that is about 1.25 inches. So what I think I'm going to do, because I want it to be a tight fit, so that welded up well, is I've got a 1-inch hole saw. I'm going to cut a 1-inch hole, and then with the carbide, I'll just go around in here, not on here, opening the hole out until I push that in, and it's a really good tight fit. Then I can weld it. I'll weld it on the inside. Anyway, let me get that done. We'll come back. Alright, so there's that welded on there. Not too badly welded, if I say so myself. And actually, I think I'll be fine. Go on there. And that'll go through there. Shorten it a bit. There we go. Let me pull you back a bit. There, that doesn't look half bad. That slopes, but it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about that. And actually, when I look in, it's not bad at all. So let me finish planishing. As you can see, there's only tiny bits to be done. A little bit of shaping more. Actually, that's almost touching, but it's moved away there slightly. That will push in. You can see. So let me just pull that in. And then when I've got that feeling pretty good, that's not bad, that's only 3:20 on Monday. I'll actually sit all day tomorrow. As I say, it's so boring, and just tappity tap and tap and try and get every one of those little things. I've got all the sort of dents out of it. There's a little one I can feel there. I shouldn't even have these. This is where I've hit it with the edge of either the hammer or the slapper. If I was hitting it perfectly flat, you wouldn't get any of them. So, very good. As I say, I spend tomorrow tapping. Wednesday, weld the base in. And we're about done. Right, well, you can see we're getting close. Gave it a polish because I've given it the red dye again and sanded it a bit. I don't know what I've been doing here, but I don't know if it picks it up. Compared with the other one I planished out perfectly smooth. This one is just a mass. Little bumps, so it's Tuesday afternoon. I was hoping to weld this on, excuse me. I was hoping to weld this on tomorrow morning, but I mean, that side is awful. Now I know before you comment, if it had been wheeled, it wouldn't be like this. But I can see them better actually, now it's polished. The way the light is on it, I can see them even better than with the dye. The weld's disappeared nicely. But God. Anyway, let me get on tippy-tappying some more. Right now, I thought to myself, hang on. I keep talking about how boring planishing is and what I'm doing, so I thought I'd show you it for a minute. So, cover your ears. So, there's the dolly I've chosen. I've got a bunch, these are called stakes when they're sort of properly made, all one piece. But what I did was I bought a couple of sets of these dollies, and then I welded them onto various pieces of tube and square stock, so I put them in the vise, because the one thing that's difficult is holding them inside. Right, so this is what I do when you're away enjoying yourselves. So cover your ears, and this is real time. I haven't slowed this down or speeded it up or anything. So it depends on which way I want to go. I'm trying to get this to go lengthways. So instead of doing it that way, I'm going to do it this way onto the dolly. So what I am is a human planishing hammer, because I'm not moving this up and down, I'm keeping this directly on there and moving this. And then my hands are getting filthy because I can't feel the thing through a pair of gloves. So that is now, you can see I've been running a sander over it, that is getting close. So there you go. Now you know what I've saved you from. Right, there's the piece I made to go on the back end. You see it's got a little lip. So we'll put that on, and then we can put a strap. I haven't exactly decided what. I'll probably put a broad cable tie around it to start with. But let's... a lot of dings in this, I'm not happy with it. Let's put it on and see what it looks like now it's all shiny. So there it is on. Let's see, I can put a little strap around here, because when that's bolted on tight, see, it actually can't move much, so just a little bit here with a rubber pad underneath it will be fine. Alright, I got a call today to say the saddle was, or should be done tomorrow, which is Friday. So I'll call in and get the saddle, and then on Saturday I've got to put the taps in this, and then we've got to just put a few pound of air in and put some soapy water around all the joints, see how they are. I got little dicks and dings all over this thing. I don't know what I was doing. Any road up. It'll probably get a few more, being a trials bike. It's not bad though. Doesn't look too bad at all. Alright, that's it for now. I'll come out on Saturday for a bit with the saddle and everything, and then we'll see if I've got the taps in. I mean, obviously it's finished really, particularly once I get the saddle. The only other thing is tuning the carb up, so I don't think that came out too badly. Alright, see you on Saturday. Alright, well, I got the saddle yesterday, and I just got home and it started snowing, and it's only just stopped this morning. So this is 3:30 Saturday afternoon. I only just had time because I've been out on the tractor cleaning the drive and everything. So I got the saddle on, and actually I suddenly realised the other day, because that prop stand is supposed to be on this side, the foot is angled, and it was angled the wrong way, so I just cut it off and welded it on the other way around. Gave the tank a bit of a polish up the other day as well. So as I say, I did not planish it as well as the one on the Otter, but it still looks nice. I do like the shape, so there you go. Alright, so that's going to be it for this week, but before we go, I have two pieces, I believe they call it housekeeping, I've noticed on other people's videos. So first thing is, there won't be a video next week, so don't worry. I just got a bunch of stuff to do this coming week, and the forecast's got more snow, so I'll probably be out on the tractor again. So nothing next week. The week after, we're going to do those little changes to the Triumph Otter, and then the week after that we'll be looking at a new project. So the other thing is t-shirts. Now I had some people, as I mentioned, who liked the t-shirts and said they would like one. Now also, as I mentioned, I think I'm repeating myself, I'm not interested in any way in monetizing either the channel or, what do they call them, merch or anything. But I did get in touch with the people I got to print the t-shirts, and they have a thing called a group order. If I make a group order, then individuals can, I guess, use the group name and they can order, pay and have the t-shirts delivered to them. Alright, so if you're interested, I'll do that. As I say, I don't want to get involved in buying them and shipping them out and stuff like that. So apparently the way it works is if I say, right, I want 20 t-shirts, I put a time limit on and say available for the next 6 months, they'll work out a price for 20 t-shirts. If I only sell 15 of them, then what they say is, okay, you know, the price for 15 is $1 more than the price for 20, so you have to pay the extra $1 for the 15. I mean, it's not like they're going to suddenly say to me, okay, you ordered 50 and you only sold 10, so you've got to buy the other 40. But I pay the difference, so I'm not worried about that. So what I would like you to do over the next week or so is just put in the comments if you would like to have one of the t-shirts, and then if there's enough people to make it worthwhile, I'll start the group, and then in the next video, in that little comment thing, that little introduction box, whatever they call it, I'll put down sort of who to get in touch with, what the group name is and all that, so you can order them. Now I asked them about shipping internationally, and they said yep, they could certainly ship them to the UK. Don't know about any of the people who watch in Australia and places like that, but they said international. To ship in the US is $10 a t-shirt. To ship maybe anywhere internationally was $20. So you know, that's going to make it 30 some dollars, $32, $33 if you live in the US. It's going to make it $42, $43 if you live in the UK, which is what, 30 quid? So I don't know. You know, it seems a lot to me for a t-shirt, but anyway, it's up to you. If you'd like me to do it, then just let me know, and if there's enough of you, as I say, I'll give you all the details and you'll be able to order them and pay for them yourselves. Alright, so I will go and trudge back up to the house in the snow. We only had about 4 inches, but we still had a couple of 3 inches laying, and as I say, next week there's going to be more, so I thought I daren't leave it there, so I had to move it. Alright, I think this looks pretty nice. I didn't have a T either to link all the fuel up. So there will of course be one more video in this series, which will be the very final one when I take it out for a ride, which obviously is going to be a little while yet. So in the meantime, I'll check the welds on this, see if any of them leak, and put a couple of hoses on for the carb, and then we'll have a little trot round in this. And also what I think I'll do, I might do it in the Triumph one, because that probably won't be too long a video. This isn't actually. But I'm going to weigh this. I'm going to weigh the standard Enfield. I'm going to weigh the Otter. And I'm going to weigh the Beaver 250 that Jensen built. Because that's, you know, like exactly the same as the ones I would normally make. Because my new super duper scale will do that. Alright, so until I see you in 2 weeks, you stay safe and enjoy yourselves.